All right, folks. Well, it's 2 o'clock, top of the hour. Let me just kind of do a quick intro, and then we'll just jump right into this thing. My name is Jeff Clark, Regional Director here with GoldenCare. I've been working with GoldenCare for this November will be 25 years. I think it's actually next week or something like that. But so I've been in long-term care for some time. I used to, back the first 5 years of my career, I exclusively just sold long-term care. Eventually started selling things like med subs and other things, and got promoted in a position here where I help kind of train and recruit, help agents out with writing cases, putting together proposals based on the health or the age of the clients. We try to help them navigate finding the best product for them, the best way to go about selling them, whether it's a group or association or a widowed lady with osteoporosis and a compression fracture, or a healthy married couple that are just inherited a bunch of money. They're well-to-do. They want to have a nice plan. So depending on what you bring me, we like to go ahead and help you design the best thing possible. And I do this, and I have done this for a long time. Over the years, some agents have, utilized our office and all the tools and the, PDFs, marketing materials, things that we put together. We try to do our best to help folks out, and sincerely, we do. I mean, we like to design things that will help, that will, maybe help you close that sale, or maybe have you do that much better this year when you're on these subjects. But one thing I know about long-term care is this: it's a little different. It's not everyone's cup of tea. It's more of a niche product. And so a lot of our agents, I said this on a webinar the other day, a lot of our agents, matter of fact, the average agent writes one app a year for us. Now, granted, we had at one point in our height, I think we had 27,000 agents. So, the business adds up, but what it tells me is that a lot of people don't do a lot of long-term care. Now, sure, we have our guys that write 50 to 100 of them a year, but a bulk of us, most of us on these things are one or two a year, one or the other year. And so the confidence level is not there. So we were sitting around chatting about this, and what happens to our agents? We put together, I work with an agent for a half hour on the phone. I'll talk to him and I'll say, well, we'll get you a proposal. Here's options 1, option 2, depending kind of how much money they have based on their health. They already told me the person was diabetic and maybe they're on insulin, they're not on insulin. So I've kind of already told them maybe we go with this short-term care plan instead of long-term. I've spent, a half hour prepping this guy, maybe a couple times with the agent, put together a couple different proposals, went through those illustrations, went through the brochure with them, got them all coached up, ready to go. And then I call them the next day or the following week. They'll say, yeah, it didn't go so well. I got kind of unconfident. We ended up not talking about it a whole lot. And so I just think, as long as we've done all this work, let's take it the next step further. And that's kind of where this idea came to be. Bring an expert. Why not take that expertise in with you? It's interesting. Let me put this on presentation. There's not a whole lot of slides. So bringing in that expert can sometimes be the difference. We put together a couple slides on this. I'm going to take you to our website and show you how to actually schedule. But so the dynamic, right, of bringing an expert in. If you've ever been in a sales situation, I know it's worked for me many times that I've had an agent sitting in the office with their client, they get stumped. Now, as an agent, I don't care what product line you're selling, if it's something you're not familiar with, you're going to run into these situations. And honestly, in this day and age, as agents, can any of us just really specialize on one product and make it? I think we all have to kind of cross-sell now. It's pretty hard to make it on just MedSup or just Med Advantage or just burials, or sure, some people can do it, but overall, I think a lot of us are expanding our horizons and throwing that net wide and adding different products. So sometimes when you're with that client and you get stumped, you're not sure how to answer a certain question, or maybe it's something that's really an in-depth question, or you can either kind of bluff it, fake your way through it, or sometimes it's okay to say, you know what, I have a long-term care expert at my disposal who's available pretty much anytime I need him or her, and so I can call up this number. We can bring that third party in. I can get that question answered, and that's more or less what this service is about. Because I know that in most situations, when my agent has called me, it's a weird thing that goes on. I can just imagine some client. I used to do this, a guy down in Tallahassee, Florida, and his name was Marcus. And every time, he'd start to kind of use that once in a while. He'd call me up, and we have a couple questions before he kind of wrap that sale up, and bringing me in just to kind of maybe assure him, handhold him. We'd have closing that sale. Well, pretty soon he started kind of actually like having me call even early on. Let me answer this question, that question. And it got to be the point where I would spend about 20 minutes with clients about every other week, or we'd have a different client, and we'd close about 90% of those. And so there's something that happens to a client when they have a third party kind of come in, labeled as the expert, that it kind of just, it makes them feel a little more at ease. It makes them feel more comfortable in that buying decision. And so why not utilize that? So we're trying to encourage our agents. We've put together proposals. We've put together, you got the brochure, you've got the know-how. We've went over the riders. Again, whether it's short-term care, Aetna's recovery care or GTL's recovery cash or home care only plans, maybe it's a hybrid. We've spent the time going through all this product information with you. We've taken the time to get you illustrations and coached you all up. Why not just take that extra step and be available for you when you're on the field, right? Bring that coach out in the huddle with you type thing. So your clients had that kind of a warm, fuzzy feeling, if you will, that you did exactly, you've put more into this than just yourself. You've actually researched this. You've talked to one of the leading long-term care brokerages in the country, some of the best, leading experts in the country. I don't like to call myself that expert, but having written over 800 of these policies and having helped agents write tens of millions of premium over the years, I do feel like I'm pretty well versed in this product and able to really help you out. And again, it doesn't have to be a necessary expert. Bringing that third party in changes everything and makes the client feel more relaxed. So with that, I got a couple more slides and I'm gonna show you how to set something up. So our goal is always, of course, is to help you succeed. First thing here, help you close the sale, help you make the sale. It's not like you need it, you're just so close, you just need to kind of call up and maybe help us do that last thing. It's just that assurance, it's hand holding that, sometimes you get stuck on a detailed question. You don't want to get stumped, bring in an expert. It does make that client feel better that you've taken the time to make sure that all their questions are answered. It's kind of a trust thing. Now this client maybe trusts you. It's like, you know what? He doesn't always know every answer, but he looks up and gets the answer if he doesn't know it. I think that builds in credibility for you, the agent. The whole situation's better. How often do we hear from a client after fact that said his last agent would just make things up as he went along, and we don't need to do that. You have access to an expert anytime you'd like. Now at this point too, maybe we're sitting here with this client, we find out that, I don't know, they had Parkinson's or they had cancer a year ago. Well, maybe this expert can also immediately help you pivot into another product line, get you the proposal in real time, and kind of help bail that sale out, right? So we're here, we're available. We just want to make sure you do that. So how do we do it? Two ways to go about this. And the second way, I haven't really done this before, but we thought, why not? So, I've told my agents for years, look, if you're sitting with a client and you get stuck, call us up, 800-842-7799. Track one of us down, either myself or John Randall or Tom Randall or one of our leading long-term care experts here. And we decided to go ahead and even add it for Medicare supplement business, Medicare Advantage business. If that's something you don't do regularly and you get stuck, call us up. We have plenty of staff here that are well-versed in med sup, home care, short-term care, long-term care, hybrids, et cetera, et cetera. So if you get in that situation, you want that help, give us a call. We'll hook you up with an expert right then. Or we can schedule a time. So if you're sitting with a client, you have a good question, call us. Second way to go about this, maybe you know that your client's coming in tomorrow or they're coming in, Monday, okay? So I would just like, because sometimes, Marcus used to do this with me down in Tallahassee. He'd call me up probably the Thursday before or something. He'd say, hey, Jeff, Monday I got a client coming in. You're gonna be available around 2 o'clock-ish? I may call you. Sometimes he would call me, sometimes he wouldn't. But I would kind of be aware that he might be calling that half hour. And I would tell the person's answering the phone, just make sure you flag me down. Actually, I have mine ring to my cell phone, so I'm pretty available. But we would do it that way. But now we're thinking, you know what? There are nice services called Calendly. You can go on there and just schedule a time. So if come Monday, you're gonna have a client sitting down with you at 2 p.m. Central Time. And just in case that half hour, you'd like someone to kind of be available. So when you call in, they're going to be there. They're going to be ready for you. We can do that. And that's the second way to do this. So number one, you get stuck, give us a call. Secondly, if you do need to schedule something, go on our website and just go get that scheduled. Let me show you how to do that. So let me bring up our website here. Okay. So on here, I'm going to go to tools. I'm going to find bring in an expert. Okay. From there, I'm going to go on there and say, okay, I want to schedule. I just need 30 minutes probably, just maybe to make sure I get stuck here. 15 minutes might be enough. Maybe it's a full thing. Maybe it's a brand new appointment. Okay, just say 30 minutes. Okay, we're going to do that Monday the 7th. Okay, so I'm going to need that at 2 p.m. Okay, then I'm confirmed. Now I'm going to add my name here, right? I'll just, my email address. Okay. What type of insurance? This is going to be a long-term care. So I'm going to put long-term care here. And you can put short-term care here, home health care only, med sub. Please share anything on this again. Client's not sure. Client has a decent portfolio, looking to stay around $300 a month, does have diabetes, has had a stroke, maybe any type of little detail. I don't need to have a full-blown under anything here. Just very simply like, diabetic, longevity in their family. Okay, just little things like that. Maybe if maybe their ages, I guess, yeah, maybe 56 and 59-year-old couple. All right, something like that, right? Very simple. And that's it. Now, if you want a text message, what's going to happen here? You put the cell phone number in, and once I do that, that's gonna it'll give me a reminder 1 hour before that meeting. I'm gonna get a text message. Also, I'm gonna get an email that confirms that it's on the calendar. It'll set it in your Outlook calendar. And also 1 day before that, it's gonna give you a reminder as well. And 1 hour before, I think you get an email saying that time is available. So there's schedule event, and that's all there is to it. So go on there, give us your name, what time you'd like. And if we're not available, if I'm doing a webinar, then those times wouldn't be available when you go in there. So you just pick a time and we're available for you. Okay, we're at 11 minutes after. You go back to the PowerPoint. Again, right now, folks, if you aren't aware of it, I say it every webinar, that COVID thing is really still in people's minds. People are terrified about going to facilities. I've never seen a time in my 25 years when people have been more receptive to hearing about long-term care. Agents always tell me they're kind of apprehensive to bring it up because they're not confident. They don't know. I promise you right now, folks are scared. They don't want to go to a facility. They know that 3/4 of the deaths from COVID happen in facilities. They don't want anything to do with it. I encourage you. It is Long-Term Care Awareness Month. Take the time, mention it to your clients. You'll be surprised how receptive they are. Okay, with that, I want to thank you. Bring in an expert. 2 ways to do it. Call us anytime, 800-842-7799. Anytime you're stuck on any product, you got a client with us, give us a call. You'll be surprised how much that helps out on closing that sale. Secondly, go to our website, schedule some time if you need to. I do have a flyer that I'm going to provide for you. Let's see these over. We have a couple, as a matter of fact, I think Lynn will go ahead and email these to you when the webinar is over. And it's going to explain that. So one of them here shows you how to go on there and schedule that meeting. The other one just has some highlights about how it works. So those 2 PDFs will come with you, right? We don't really have a PowerPoint to share. And we have, because it's Long-Term Care Awareness Month, we have the customizable consumer templates to share with you as well. And other consumer-facing need creation, long-term care awareness stuff. All right, folks. So again, thanks for coming on board today. We will email this to you. I don't know if we need a copy of the presentation. These 2 PDFs should suffice. Anything else we can help you with? It is Long-Term Care Awareness Month. We'd love to help you out. Give us a call at the office here, 800-842-7799. Or, of course, visit our agent website at GoldenCare'sAgent.com. Just a quick reminder as well, all the webinars that we do, all the product training, everything that is always available in our recordings library, our webinar library, so you can get information on any product or topic that you want to on your own time. So with that, I'm going to go ahead, and I don't see any questions that have come in. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up. And I want to thank you guys for coming on board today, and good luck selling the month of November, Long-Term Care Awareness Month. Thanks, everyone.
Check out our website, GoldenCare'sAgent.com, or give us a call at 800-842-7799.